I'm
He gets
live,
him a
by the
bite.
way.
Pyramid head, muscly daddy. So yeah, I mean, I also like how people show up and then just leave. Like she rescued that one girl from the spider mannequin thing, and
You're
then
live.
she's
So
like,
just be careful what you say.
"Oh, we're cool. The spider mannequin. What about it? Oh, we got to run from it. Great." And she just saved that girl that was captured by it, and then not even 5 minutes later, just pulls her out and kills her. Done. Never brought up again. I'm like, oh,
I don't remember that part.
well,
like, I probably blocked it out of my memory.
Yes, that's fair.
Because it was like, nah, this movie is forgettable.
I've
seen like 2 movies, and that was one of them. How sad am I? Just kidding. I've seen more than 2 movies.
I've only seen 2.5 movies. Let's be real.
I've only seen 2 movies in the theater this year.
Oh.
I saw Garfield and The Mummy. I think that's all I saw.
Garfield?
Didn't you see The Crow?
Oh, and The Crow, yeah.
Oh, the re-release of the original.
Correct. I'm not seeing the new trash.
No one is going to go see the other one.
You're not going to see the classic new Crow
I'm not
movie?
even gonna see
the classic new movie? How is it classic if it's new?
I don't know.
Fire.
I don't know. I just live here.
I just live here. He said. Do you plan on seeing it so you can tell us all how bad it is?
I will probably take one for the team for you guys.
What?
I know Tom
I'm
will
gonna see
too.
it. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah,
Listen, if I saw Madam Web, I can see that.
Yeah. So my mom, who loves
it, might be. I mean, I'm prepared for it to be worse. Like that's. I'm preparing myself for it to be that bad, so that I know, in my heart when I'm walking in the theater, like I know I'm okay. Like okay, I'll be fine.
At least if you hype it up to be bad.
Yeah.
It's bad, you're not disappointed.
Yeah.
You're
I'm like,
just
surprise me, Crow. I'm here to be surprised.
Bad.
I think it's still going to be worse than you think.
It's going to tank terribly.
Yeah. What if it's like the best thing in the world, though?
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. But what if?
No, it's not.
What if?
There's no what if.
Let me rephrase.
It can't be.
It can't be. It can't be.
Classic garbage.
Now, it might be.
Classic garbage.
It might be better than Madam Web, but that's a really low bar.
Yeah, that is.
It's a super low bar.
I was just about to talk to about Kevin, how he read issue 11, and then he tells me he needs therapy from reading my issue 11. And he needed therapy, and then he needed a couple of days to recover, and now he's like, I need 12. I was like, 12
making you
12
want...
Huh?
I was like, indie comics making you need therapy.
Oh, 12's worse. So I already walked in.
I'm saying indie comics in general will make you need a therapist.
It's true. With the weird stuff.
Yeah.
I got in a fight with this guy online. I feel like I'm going to stop replying to people because the last week I've gotten in 3 fights with people, and I'm like, this is why I don't reply to anybody.
You need to give me their addresses. I'll take care of it.
Well, one guy was all pissed off because he asked, is there a website where he could buy indie comics? And I said, Kickstarter is the best place you can go to buy indie comics.
Which is true.
He kept yelling at me that that's not. He's like, that's not what I meant. That's not a real website. But I was like, listen, you asked a question.
Website.
I don't know what he's fucking talking about. I was like, listen, you don't have to go there. He's like, well, you only linked yours. I was like, yeah, because I'm on Kickstarter. So go look on Kickstarter at mine, and then you search for others. So he got all pissy, and he's like, that's not the question. That's not the question. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. And I just blocked him.
There is no one catch-all website.
You're at this at the right time, I take it.
They're called independent comics for a reason.
So then the other fight I got into was that this chick wrote, I can call it chick, but chick wrote, I'm hiring an illustrator, but in the contract, she's saying she keeps all the rights. Is that normal? So I wrote and said, no, when it's a work for hire, the writer keeps the rights. That's generally how it is. Now, she can write whatever she wants in a contract. Just don't hire her. That's the thing. Everyone kept yelling at me. So I put a screenshot of the copyright.gov part where if it's work for hire, the writer generally keeps the rights unless otherwise told. So they started yelling at me and sent me a screenshot of a movie script and say, I was like, this isn't a movie script.
That's
Why are you?
the production company.
Yeah, but this movie, which
Yes.
which is clearly not an indie comic.
They all started yelling at me because in my description it says the exception for the artist not keeping the rights is a work for hire. And I said, I know
what it
she's
is.
looking to hire an artist. That makes it, stay with me, work for hire. So finally I blocked everyone in there too because they were just, I'm like, listen, I'm not the one that's going to be in trouble. So I don't care.
right.
But why would you hire? Someone tried to do that to me when I tried to hire somebody to do my logo. She's like, I keep the rights. I was like, why the fuck would you keep the rights to my logo? And why would I hire
what are
you
gonna
for
use
this?
it for?
What's the address?
Huh?
Yeah, you need to give us the names of these people so we can like
Yeah.
spam them.
I would.
He's still in therapy.
I'll do that. Yeah, he's like, I'm in therapy.
I'll just casually write these things down.
I told him 12 is gonna make it worse, but 13 will fix it. So you're just gonna have to.
Just you, Carissa, just you stop replying to them and you just watch me do it. That's
Yeah.
it. You can enjoy.
Tom will make
You can enjoy the Tom journey through Facebook.
I need you to talk to my PR manager and just like forward them to Tom.
Yeah.
I absolutely love when Tom takes over. I just sit back, get popcorn, and relax.
That's
don't have to
That's my point.
I no
I'm like, oh,
longer
good,
get
Tom's
riled
here.
up. I just, oh my god, they were just pissing me off. I'm like, they were like arguing with me. I was like, listen, I don't have to argue with you because I have facts on my side. It's in the government site.
right. Like,
I'm like,
weird.
I don't even like an opinion. It's like,
It's
I
the
just
law.
love how they were all like, well, it says the exception is work for hire. I was like, oh my god, I walked into something I probably shouldn't have.
You're like, hey, goodbye. I don't know you people.
You know what work for
Don't do
hire
anything.
is? Like,
Apparently not, and they were all telling her, "Yes, that's normal. Yes, that's." I was like, "Listen, she's about to lose all the rights to
All of
her.
the rights. Good
Yeah,
God.
all of them." And I messaged her, and she didn't get back to me. So I'm just like, "Well, I did what I was supposed to do. So I'm.
right.
I
Like,
don't
don't
really-
do that.
What more can I do?" But like she's like, "Well, I won't be able to use it for." She was asking, "Can I use it for like T-shirts?" And I was like, do not do this. I don't even know why you're still asking about it. Like, no, you can't. You wrote a book. I just love the way they were arguing with me when I was just like, see facts on so and so. So
John,
anyway,
did you put a pig? Why?
what?
What's John's emoji in the middle?
Oh, just
of it?
ignore him. It's just John. Just
No,
ignore
he usually
him.
puts
Oh,
pertinent to
So.
what we're talking about, but it is a pig.
it's a pig.
It's what's his name from Saw rocking out.
Oh, and
Sorry.
anybody that hasn't done it yet, you got to go to Zoop and find
Yeah.
John's link because
Get me a damn alligator plush, spider alligator plush. Because
yeah,
I backed that because I wanted one.
yeah, that's the best part about the plushies, you know.
Yeah, I'm a sucker.
I'm thinking of getting commercially made chatty plushes because the other one's so quick that I had to sell my personal chatty, and now I don't have a chatty. I have to get that made. So I'm like, well, he's so adorable. Anyway, so what? So am I watching Silent Hill or am I not watching Silent Hill?
No,
Oh,
don't. Not even like not even like get together with friends to watch it.
No hesitation whatsoever.
No. Like,
It'll ruin. You'll just be angry.
Is
yeah,
this on Netflix or something?
it's on Tubi for free.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wait,
guys
we're
thought
gonna
a for free Tubi movie was going to be good?
Well, it was in theaters.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the. Okay, I thought it was. I thought this was something new.
In
No,
theaters,
no.
And we were so
No.
mad.
I'm
No,
just
that's the-
no. Ghost
the
Shark
first-
is on 2B, so you can't go by that. 'cause
That's true. But
I will recommend
no,
Ghost Shark.
Silent Hill Revelations came out in theaters in 2012, and that's the second one. And then there's the first one, which is just Silent Hill, which is also terrible.
But
The
like you
first
guys,
one
were,
is filmed
you
in
guys
my
were like
hometown
punching
in
this up like
Ontario.
it was some new thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna go watch Silent Hill 2. I'm like, is that new? Like, I don't
No.
know.
Wow,
what that
it's
is.
old. What year did that
No.
come out?
So 2012 is what the Revelations came out, but there's a new one that's Return to Silent Hill that's coming out that was just announced in 2023.
Oh,
And then there's the
stop.
remake of Silent Hill 2, which is the game that comes out in October.
Just stop it.
I like
just, you know,
Silent Hill.
I was well, you know,
Not
what's
the
funny about
movies, but I like Silent Hill.
So I don't know if his fact is true because I never heard this. But he goes, "Did you know?" I posted something about Silent Hill because my issues 1 through 7 are pretty much in Silent Hill, and they said, "Did you know Silent Hill is based on Jacob's Ladder?" And I was like, "No, I don't know if it has anything to do with Jacob's Ladder, but it's technically based on the town in Pennsylvania that has a fire underneath that's been burning for decades." And he never replied, so I was like, either I won or he didn't care. I was like, either way. I don't know.
Like, oh yeah, and then Googled it and he was like, oh
yeah. It's it's
the other way around. Jacob's Ladder is inspired by the horror franchise Silent Hill. Yeah, it's the other way around.
I only argue when I know the facts, and that I only knew the facts that it was based on the town. I do. I mean, the town. It's actually it's really depressing. I mean, that they lit the fire on purpose. It's something they did every year for some 4th of July thing or some holiday thing, and it struck something underground, and now it's still burning.
Yeah, it's like
40
a tar.
decades later. I think there's one person left there as of like 8 years ago or something. So I don't know if he's still alive or not. But
so Jacob's Ladder was a movie in 1990, and Silent Hill, the original video game, came out in 1999.
Yep, and then the remake is coming out of Silent Hill 2 is coming out this year in October.
Of the video
I'm very
game?
excited about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there was the new
something
movie.
To be excited about.
Yeah.
However, please stop making movies.
Please do. They also came out with that weird interactive one too that was on one of the streaming platforms that you could kind of choose your own adventure in Silent Hill, and that was also terrible apparently.
I look up Silent Hill game, right? And there's all these things, I don't know what they are. It's like Silent Hill, the short message, Silent Hill Book of Memories, Silent Hill, well, there's a collection, Silent Hill Downpour. What
Those are all the games. Downpour is a game.
Silent Hill Homecoming, Silent Hill Shattered something. Those are
Shattered
all games.
Dreams, Shattered something.
Shattered
But yeah, those are all the games.
Wow, I didn't realize there was this many. I've never played the game.
Yeah.
I played the first 3, I think.
The first 3 are really the only ones you need to play.
The only thing that bothered me in 3, though, was the camera switch. I didn't like that.
But see, John, this is the problem. You can't trust Hollywood. Silent Hill and Resident Evil should have been easy movies to make, but they mess it up.
I don't want to talk about Resident Evil.
That's true.
And it's because they don't want to do exactly the story. They need to change it so it's something different. And that's where they F it up. They get people that haven't played the games and don't understand the canon, and they write stupid into the plot, which makes no sense, and it crashes and burns.
Well, technically Resident Evil is stupid all around.
I know, but I'm very fond
they are. I love I love Resident Evil.
Umbrella Corporation making the virus and the cure is
and it gets
on, right?
Yeah, and then it just gets more and more insane each game.
I know, but the first movie didn't have one character from the game. Not one.
Well, that I didn't care about. The movies were fun, at least. Like, they weren't
Resident
Evil.
You don't care about it, but I played the damn game, and when I saw that teaser trailer, I was so fucking excited about seeing my characters on the big screen that I went opening day, opening whatever, and then not one fucking character.
No,
so
again, Hollywood thinks they can do it better.
7 and 8, though, the games were awesome. Because they just gradually got dumber, and they were amazing. The ending of 8 literally makes sense for 7 with how the main character. And okay, I can't spoil it unless you're gonna play it. If you're gonna play it, I won't spoil it. Fine, I will. So the guy has this weird healing factor where he gets his arm cut off, and the way he solves the problem is he just puts his arm right back on, and it's never talked about, ever. Like, he just heals in these extreme... Every time he takes damage, he just heals. Never brought up. And the 8th game, at the end of it, you find out that he's actually the fungus, and he hasn't been... he's been a plant this whole time, and that's why he's able to regenerate. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's awesome. Because they're like, they're like, so why was he able to put back on his arm and everything was fine? Well, because he's not real. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, I love those games are great.
He's like, oh, did you take a number 2 in the toilet? I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't flush.
What?
Sorry. Fungus eats poop?
What?
Never mind.
She's
Oh.
still speaking.
We won't go there. Chad, what?
I couldn't hear you. You were like,
I'm trying not to like just
I couldn't hear
overly
either.
gross about
Oh.
what fungus eats.
oh, well,
I think with
Oh.
these movies,
He's-
we've had like a long enough learning curve where people are starting to understand. Now, mind you, not all have learned from this mistake, but learning that it's a video game first and a movie second, where before it would be, well, here's the content from a video game, let's remix it into a movie and it's going to be awesome. And that was usually in my opinion, big fatal flaw with a lot of these flops.
mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't try to make it their own sometimes. So, I mean, look at this. I mean, except the Super Mario Bros. Movie, like that was their own. Like
the first one you're talking about.
The
from
first
90s.
one, yeah, they made that.
That's a great example of it should be a game first, not a movie first.
Right. Well, and that's why the Mortal Kombat movies, like they're like a video game when you watch them. Like they're not particularly good, but man, are they fun it's fun to watch. Especially the new one. I liked that one.
It was okay.
With
The main
Scorpion
protagonist didn't really have a good plot. Like
Yeah,
the side plots were good with Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
I liked that. But like the main character was pointless.
Oh no, the greatest thing ever is that he never got better throughout the movie. Like he just sucked all the way through. Like
Consistent.
and then Goro happened and somehow he was able to beat him, but he still sucked doing it.
They only
Goro
Sub-Zero
just
and
did a
Scorpion
bad
and then Kano. And that
Yeah,
was the only redeeming
Kano
parts
was
of that
great.
movie.
I don't know. I like Jax. I like how his like whole arm thing happened, where he's like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna unlock my inner chi and give myself bigger, swollen arms." And I'm like, "Hell yeah,
Like, that's
My
not
Arcana.
how that works.
yeah, exactly." I'm like, "Hell yeah." But that movie.
Tradition of Kung Lao just dying in
I
such
like-
a terrible fashion. He just always dies.
Yeah, I like the fact where he put his hat down and he did the fatality where he slowly pushes you into his hat like with a buzzsaw. Like I thought that was really cool. I'm like, yeah, kill that fucker.
Finished him.
I did watch actually before we started, I'm about halfway done with the movie Stop Motion, which is about a woman who's going insane creating a stop motion movie.
I could see how that would apply.
Yeah, and I
Was
get
it
it.
a biography?
No, it should be.
Documentary?
It should be. But no, it's like a psychological type movie where she's creating this movie that with this little girl that she sees, and she keeps giving her like dead meat to build her puppets out of, and dead animals and like all kinds of other stuffs, and it just gets more and more crazy each time. It's on Shudder. It's pretty good. No, I like it. It's a good psychological horror movie. I think.
I did not see any movies this weekend that's new to me. We watched Office Space because my husband has a new job in a corporate place, so we had to watch that.
Is that required?
Is Red Stapler back?
It's required. It's
Should
like
be.
like the welcome videos where you have to watch,
It's the only audience that likes that movie is the ones that work in that environment. Because I've
Yeah.
watched that and I'm like, this is fucking retarded. Like,
right.
Thank
Yeah, This is
you.
why I don't work in the
Thank
office.
you.
I mean, I
No,
kind of
that's why
get
we
it
gotta
because
watch
I've
it
had some of those experiences, but I'm like, I don't understand the overwhelming
no.
love. But
Yeah, I
if
know.
you are existing in that environment for a period of time, I get it.
No. It's absolutely completely on point. I worked in a pharmaceutical company and I worked in the corporate level. I worked in the labs for a long time, but I worked in the corporate level for I think 8 years or something, and it's dead on. We didn't have a TPS report, but when you do one thing wrong, 8 people tell you that you did something wrong.
Yep.
And then you have to go talk to why did you do this wrong, and how can you prevent this from happening? And it could be the stupidest thing, like you forgot to put a comma, and as we know, commas hate me anyway. So, but yeah. But now he
I learned really quickly in my life that like I'm not gonna be able to exist in this environment. So I'm gonna have to find something else to do with my life because otherwise I will be a serial killer and just be offing
Why can't you be
all of my
both, Tom?
bosses.
You don't have enough ambition. You could have been both. Just saying.
What, a serial killer?
You know?
You could have been a boss and
I'd end up being James McAvoy from Wanted and just taking my keyboard one day and just
beating the shit out of him.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know,
but this is his first corporate job, so he had to watch it. So yeah.
That's a good movie too. I liked Wanted.
I have 8 days off.
The end was not good, but
the book is so much better.
I'm sure.
The comic is so much better.
Which book?
Wanted.
Oh, I never read that book.
That's great.
I tried to read it. I couldn't read it. I was bored so fast. But I like the movie. But they're completely different things. I mean, they're completely different things. The movie is just an action movie. Go.
Yeah.
And the comic book is all wild, weird superhero stuff.
Is that the one with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where they like bend the bullets.
Bend the bullet. Yeah. Okay.
They don't do that in the book.
Yeah. No, this is one of the examples of taking something and making it
completely
your own,
different.
right? But and Wanted did okay, but it was definitely like looked at as like, well, wait a minute, why this is nothing like the book at all.
Right.
Like, but there's no way you could make that movie back then. Like maybe you could do it now, maybe. But back then, there's no chance you can have like superheroes made out of shit. And you know, there's no chance. What was happening in that book, there was no chance of being on the screen. Nowadays, especially with things like The Boys.
Now I have to read it.
Now you might be able to do it.
You just sold it to me, Tom.
Really? I don't know, because in Dogma they had that thing made out of shit. So technically,
they did. The shit demon that came out of the toilet.
Demon, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a superhero. Like people would just be like, "Well, that's not a superhero."
Shit. That's just messed up. That's prejudice.
I mean, we had James Gunn's Suicide Squad. No, the Deadpool movie where we had invisible, like we didn't even know what they looked like. We didn't know.
We had Brad Pitt. It was awesome.
And then when he was electrocuted, we found out it was Brad Pitt.
No, it is Brad Pitt.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Brad Pitt.
He showed up and he shot that one thing. And then he went home.
And then he
paid him $1 million.
And then,
did you guys see the new Deadpool yet? I haven't seen it.
Is it out?
It's not out yet?
No.
3 weeks. It's out the end of the month.
Oh. Well,
honestly, I would have never known.
my husband won't watch superhero movies, and I still haven't seen the new Guardians of the Galaxy, but I know my husband won't watch the animal part, so we didn't go to the theater to see it.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun movie.
No, he can't.
I like the third one.
As someone who is,
I gotta watch it, but
never mind.
You saw it or didn't see it?
Look, I like animals better than people, so I understand. 100%.
I mean, I actually.
Did you enjoy my issue 1? Were you upset at parts?
What?
At my issue number 1?
I haven't read it yet. I'll be totally honest with you.
Boot him off the screen.
I'm sorry. Listen, I have been so busy lately. Everything.
No, I was saying thank you.
Lame. Listen,
it was like if you've read my issue,
I just got promoted to second seat.
I'm upset about it. Don't see Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That's right, Tom. You got promoted.
Jerk.
You got to shuffle over.
No, I actually have it right.
Yeah, Guardians 3 is better than Guardians 2, but it's even the stuff with the animals, that part's it's good, but it's hard to watch. But it was
I don't think we could have watched it in the theater.
It's really sad.
I could watch it. I've been working with animals. I mean, I've had to deal with that all the time at the vet, and this one's worse. But I know that he could not watch that, especially in the theater. So I got to be completely honest with you. I mostly watch movies first to see if my husband would even like it. So I'll have to watch it first, but I don't think he'll like that whole thing. So. But I do want to see Deadpool.
All the stuff with Warlock is pretty stupid, and it has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems, but it's somehow still better than 2.
What, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought 2 was pretty good too.
2 is terrible, Chad.
2 is terrible. Dad?
Oh.
2 is wildly understood to be a terrible movie.
Oh.
The only part I like of that is Baby Groot.
No.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of people, they like these very specific elements of it. Like there's the whole thing about who's Gamora, what Gamora, where, like that. Like people, they key on a few key elements, but it's
that wasn't even that movie.
That's Avengers. That's Avengers. And
was it? Oh, see, then fuck that movie.
See, there wasn't even no that movie. The
fuck it even further.
Like about it is Baby Groot. Baby Groot in the beginning, and then Baby Groot with Rocket when they're talking about pushing the button to blow everything up.
Right.
Funny.
Yeah.
The rest of it,
yeah. I mean, even most bad movies have good moments. I'll give you that. Even if I don't like a movie, there's probably something that I liked about it. But
what's his name? Yondu.
As a whole,
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That was it.
Well, I'm getting his signature on next Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those moments that I give them credit for. Spoiler alert for killing that guy. I was like, they're bringing him back, right? Like this is just a comic book death, but no, they let him. Even in Infinity War, they didn't bring him back. So I was like, wow,
and you know what? They were teasing us pictures of him on set, so that they didn't spoil his death in that movie because that was coming out while they were filming. So they had him on set just to throw people off.
Yeah, I mean, there was bait and switch about those movies all the time. Even the trailers had shit like the Hulk was in it. Like, there's no Hulk in this movie.
Yeah, you see the Hulkbuster in that scene.
Yeah. And apparently there was supposed to be a scene where Banner goes Hulk inside the Hulkbuster and like cracks out of it. And they never did it. And I'm like, that would have been a cool thing to see.
Point. They're supposed to have the combined minds at that point. And
yeah.
I saw some type of screenplay where he's talking to Natasha and saying, it's okay. It's safe now. It's all right. And she kind of is taken back that it's Bruce speaking through the body of the Hulk. That was a really cool scene.
And then they kiss. And
they took it out. Why would they take that out? Runtime. That's what it is. It was such a long movie.
It was already too long.
Yeah. Well, they were like, cut it. Still too long? Well, that's about as much as we can cut for it to make sense.
3 hours and 1 minute.
It was pretty long.
It was a very long movie. I saw it opening where I saw the opening of it.
Yeah, but it, I give him credit. It moves for 3 hours. It moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're not really lagging at any point for the most part in that movie. Unlike this week's fucking retarded release, Jesus.
Horizon.
Yeah. Oh. Holy fuck! What a waste of 3 hours.
Is it a documentary?
Oh, is that no? Really, the Western from Costner is bad.
It's so nothing. It's so nothing.
I'm brokenhearted.
I was too. I literally I was like, I'm ready for this. Like, give it to me. I was expecting a real movie. I was expecting to put it over Godzilla versus Kong. I'm like, give it to me, Kevin. And then 45 minutes later, Kevin finally shows up. That's problem number one. And it just, the problem is though, it's like 5 stories, and that's why it's fucking 3 hours long. Because they're just jumbling 5 stories, juggling it around, and you're just like, what? Why? What am I supposed to care about so far here? And so really, as it got to the end, I was like, dude, how is this not over yet? And I pulled my phone out, and I'm like, it's been 3 hours. How is this not over? And then it literally ran to credits, like right at that moment.
Is it a two-parter? Or is
it's a two-parter, yeah. So there's another 3 hours coming in August, and I'm like, no. No.
Okay, it is. I thought it was a two-parter, and someone was like, "Are you sure it's 3 hours?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's."
Because there's parts in the trailer that aren't even in this movie that they then tease at the end of this movie that's going to be in the next movie.
I'm so sad. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, revive the Western movie. Let's do it.
Yep. And again, there's good parts, but 3 hours and what you get, there's not enough for 3 hours here. It's just wildly all over the place. Oh, and Yondu is in this movie too.
Okay.
Yeah. Small role, but he is in it since we were talking about him. But yeah, no, I was like, wow. And what was weird though is there was the most people in that theater of any movie I've seen all year long. And it was probably only a dozen, right? But it was a lot. Normally there's 2. This time there were 12 people in there, and it was like just this quiet. No one cared. I think everyone was falling asleep. Like, let's. Can we go home now? Okay, we can go home.
So
Let's
sad.
go. Yeah. Bad. It's bad. It's bad, man.
Hollywood's gonna crash and burn. What are we gonna do?
I mean, it felt like
Other
watching
stuff.
because he had just come off of that Yellowstone show, right?
Yeah.
And this felt like it was a TV show. Like if this had been a TV show and this was like 4 episodes, across all this timeline, I'd be like, all right, we're in an episodic thing. Like, let's keep going. But to just present what they did in a 3-hour block like that, it was just too discombobulated. Nothing connected. It was disjointed.
Sad.
Yeah. And
ruining dreams
the
for
prostitute
everybody.
girl, the prostitute chick is hot. Like, so that was good. I was like, all right, she's all right. But whatever.
That's about it.
Yep.
That's
I'm
what you
glad
got out of that.
That's what I got out of it. Yeah, she's
That
got
was
a
it.
she's got a great purple dress. She's got curls in her blonde
Got a
hair.
great
I'm like,
personality.
this is nice. Oh, she has 2 personalities for sure.
Oh.
For sure, she has 2 personalities that are both great.
Oh, that's a boob joke. I get it.
Thank you, Chad.
You're welcome. Just in case nobody else knew
Just
that.
to clear it up for those who don't understand.
Just in case. Just in
I
case.
was just
Oh,
grabbing
God.
her testicles.
Good to know. Tom's ruining the dreams of Lori watching certain movies, and Chad too. Chad's like, "Oh, it was bad." What?
I was really looking forward to that because it's a
Yeah.
Western and
I
like
was too.
Kevin Costner's been in some good ones. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah,
And
He's been in some really bad ones too.
This
Yeah.
is true. See, that's the thing, right? If you guys watched his Wyatt Earp movie, that 3-hour whatever that was, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like there's content here, but what are we doing? I don't
There
understand
was a
why
Wyatt
this
Earp
is
movie.
taking.
Maybe
Yeah, he did a Wyatt
he
Earp
It
movie.
rolled
was
it-
overshadowed by the
he
movie
rolled it himself.
Tombstone and Kurt Russell.
Well, that's
played
because
with it.
Tombstone was actually good.
Tombstone
Yes.
was good.
Yes, it was.
Dancing with Wolves, amazing.
Yeah.
Hey Matt. But it's like, did he write all the checks, or like did he have someone in his pocket write all the checks? Because how do you make a 3-hour movie where there's no direction of the story? It's like
Yeah.
who made these decisions? Because
Yep.
if it was Hollywood, it wouldn't be 3 hours.
Right.
So someone like if Kevin was in control of the whole thing and he bankrolled it, I could see someone like that doing that, where he's like, I have all these ideas, I'm just gonna give you everything. But
Yeah.
it's like at some point, sir, you need to have some structure.
It's like, if you want to watch a Western story about a town, just go watch Deadwood. You'll be
Mm.
much happier watching Deadwood.
I have not
I was
seen
just
it.
rewatching
I
Quick
haven't
and the
seen
Dead.
Yeah,
I've
Quick and the
seen
Dead is great.
I had to watch that one again.
I've seen that.
Really?
You're welcome.
Well, Tom
so
made me
glad.
watch it. So he made me watch because Tom made me watch that and the Monster.
Mad
Monster
Monster
movie.
Party.
Yeah. Now I have
She had never seen either of those.
No, I never even heard of Monster Party because that was very upsetting that I had not heard of. I mean, I watched the Rudolph every freaking year, and then nobody tells me there's a Halloween one. Like, what the fuck is up with that? So, I liked everything but the song. That one song where she's singing to Frankenstein. I kind of might have skipped a little bit halfway through that song because it just was awful. that was just awful. The rest was really good. Not too happy they blew up the crow, but that's all right. I was like, did they just blow up a crow? Like, what the fuck? Now I have, if I survive tomorrow at work, because I have a double day, I literally will have 8 days off after that. So I need more movies to watch. I'll have to go through Tubi, and you still have to watch the Trailer Park Shark.
I will.
Carissa, did you watch Kung Pao yet? I know we suggested that to you, Chad and I.
Kung Pao Enter the Fists.
Yes.
No.
Great movie. It's
Yes.
a
I
great
don't
movie.
remember you recommending that, so that went in
You're
one
just
brain
gonna
cell and out the other.
You're gonna question your life choices watching that movie, but it's worth it.
It's so
Yes.
worth it.
Yes
I
and yes.
question my life choices hourly, so this should be new.
Taco Bell. That's all.
Why did I eat Taco Bell? Right, exactly.
Taco
All right,
Bell.
now I'll look it
I'm
up.
just watching- What is this? Does she have is that a cow? Like, these are the things you're gonna say.
I mean, go for it.
What's with the baby? Yeah.
I love the scene where it's just so cute, and then she just puts the baby back there. I'm like, that's great.
I'll give you an interesting piece of information. Our second child, who was on the way at the time, being a girl, my wife suggested Betty, but because of Kung Pao, I said no.
Betty. My name is Betty.
Is this that 2010 movie? Because there's
no, this is 2002.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Oh,
there's not really many movies like it either.
Well, because too many things.
One that gets compared, although they're not the same, is Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, they're not the same.
That's a great movie too.
Different
story. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle.
With me, I will take you off the screen so fast.
I was just saying, yeah, that one.
I heard how you said it. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's what I was double checking.
Kung Pao.
I just like
bringing the chain
back on.
I like how Lori's movie knowledge like hits a wall and like stops. Like I know movies up to this point and then nothing.
Yeah. And then I did.
Can I even watch
my first child was born in 2013, December of 2013. And after that, my movie knowledge like right down the hall. Some things I know. Most of it, no.
Okay, here we go. I can watch it for $4 on Amazon Prime.
You can, and you should.
They don't have it.
I did watch something on, what day was it? Friday? Saturday? Sunday. It was Sunday. I spent the entire day in bed and it was great. Well, not really. I actually got up and I did things, but I spent a lot of time just watching it. I binge watched the first 5 episodes of The Boys for season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost interest at season 3.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard lots of good. Yeah. I have a rough idea what it's about, of course, but I've heard lots.
It'll make you feel things.
I can't
want to say too much if you plan on watching it.
There's
some stuff where I was like, some things I was like, what the F is this? Like, that's not who that character is. So I think they changed things. And then they brought in, obviously they're bringing in new soups. So they're doing that thing. Homelander is still a dick. Enjoy that. That's fun.
So far, I love that people are like, oh my god, Homelander's the bad guy. What was your first fucking guess?
Like season 1 when he crashed the airplane? You don't
remember that? Like, you don't remember any of the stuff that he's done? Like,
you don't remember he crashed 2 planes in that season?
Well, remember, this is a society that elevates and honors and reveres Freddy Krueger.
True.
So
what makes me laugh though is like people are so upset about the politics they play in season 4, and I'm like, if you have not been paying attention,
right,
since the beginning,
did you watch season 3?
Right.
No, they were too focused on the giant orgy in season 3. Like that's what they were all focused on with Love Sausage and everybody else. You know.
Well, that's because that's one of the big things of the comic book. Like when they did Hero Gasm in the comics, that was like a wild fucking miniseries, and so that was that moment. You know,
no, but that's what I'm saying is that people were focused on that.
Oh, I understand.
Like, instead of the politics stuff,
the politics that are happening and everybody ignored, and all of a sudden they're upset because it's political. They think it's because it's an election year, and it has nothing to do with that.
No, it's literally.
Somebody break it down like it's just human nature with superpowers applied. I heard it like that. Instead of like superheroes and villains where it's ultimate good and evil, it's just here's human nature. Everybody's different. Yeah. Some of them are metahumans. Watch them go be dicks.
I think they really stress that in this new season where they're kind of showing that like even the good guys have a past.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of the focus. I don't know where it's going to go. I have some ideas. And I've had this theory since season 1 about something that could happen. And so I don't know if I want to say it.
I don't know.
I think one of the boys will ultimately end Homelander.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not the one you think.
Oh. Actually, I don't remember offhand like the ending of The Boys, so
well, I think they're going to change it from the comic anyway.
Probably. I mean, they've already changed how everybody got their superpowers too. from the boys.
They're doing something different in this one too. It was
Yeah,
weird. I was like, that's not.
They're not doing the mother's milk thing where everybody gets superpowers from the one lady's milk.
Right.
There's milk.
Yeah, like because
I'm
the
just thinking
guy's
of
name is
Fury Road. Mother's milk.
Yeah, also gross.
Yeah. So that's how the boys get their superpowers, is from mother's milk.
That's in the comic or in the show?
In the comic. In the show, they get it from the serum.
V.
Yeah,
serum,
the
okay.
V. But in this, they drink like I think it's like this one guy's mother's breast milk, or it's the guy's breast milk. I don't remember offhand, but it had something to do with breast milk, and that's all. Yeah, like it's just it's been a while since I've actually paid attention to the boys comic, so
I never finished it. I had like a stint in the middle that I was getting their comics. I think I have like something, Hello Becky or something like that. That was signed one. They were running a special. My husband got them for me, but it's like
kind of like
I just lost track of it.
It's kind of like those ones with Preachers that I never really finished Preacher.
Right.
Yeah, like I kind of dropped off at it.
Yeah.
Okay. We get it. Everybody kind of sucks. And there's only so much I can take of that where I'm like, everybody kind of sucks. I'm like, okay, yeah, you've driven that point already. They suck.
I only watched that show for Cassidy. Nothing else.
Well, the comic is, but Cassidy is, Cassidy is amazing. In
Fallout 2, one of the NPCs you can get as a companion, his father named him after Cassidy in the comic.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's one of the best characters you can get in that game.
Did you ever watch The Misfits?
No, I have not.
I guess the guy who plays Cassidy in Preacher is in that series, and I've just finished season 1 of it. But apparently he's in it, and he's great. But it has the one guy who plays why can't I remember his freaking name?
I'm gonna look it up.
The Greyjoy villain. The other guy. The guy who feeds, that has the dogs. Not
That
Theon.
guy.
I can't remember his name.
Ramsay Bolton.
Thank you. Yeah, he also played in Inhumans as well, but we don't talk about that.
Joseph Gilgan.
He's what?
Joseph Gilgan?
Yeah, is that him?
Yes.
Is that the guy who plays Cassidy or Ramsay Bolton?
Cassidy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy. And then there's but the Ramsay Bolton guy is like super young in this, and instead of him playing a psychopathic, sadistic asshole, he plays a very shy and timid asshole.
I can't pronounce his name.
So a coward, essentially.
yeah, essentially. And he has the ability to turn invisible, so go figure. He's a coward. But everybody has all these powers, and instead of them using them to save the world, they just use them to do stuff. And they just sort of accidentally solve the problems. It's a lot of fun. It's on Hulu, and it's 5 seasons.
Hi, Bianca.
And everybody has, like, each season, everybody has, like, their own ending, and then they introduce new characters. So each season is, like, a rotating cast. But everybody has, like, their own exit. So it's really cool. What?
I was just going to say, it sounds like every Power Rangers season except for the first 3. Just new cast, new powers, new Zords.
New Zords, same thing, but new costumes, same everything else. That's all it is. But no, it also gets more elaborate because everybody starts switching superpowers as well. And some of the powers are really awesome, and some of them really suck. Like one girl's ability is she just gives people alopecia. That's her ability. Yes. Yeah. They go bald. They lose all of their hair, and that's it. So I haven't gotten to like one of the seasons, but as I was kind of researching like what the show kind of is and like getting into it. I guess there's a guy who can turn into a turtle, but he can only turn into a turtle, and it's permanent. So when he turned into a turtle, he cannot turn back.
That is hilarious.
What if we're turning into a turtle? I just saw this thing that said if you press this button, you either win $1 million or you have a 1% chance of turning into a turtle. And everyone's like, oh, well, if you turn into a turtle, you don't have to worry about money. So either way, you win.
That's my thing. I don't got to go to work in the morning. But do I see? That's the other thing too, is that he still retains the intelligence of a human. So it's like, is that hell for him, or is he like cool with it? Like, that's what I want to know.
If you don't believe that being a turtle with your original mind is not hell, something's wrong with you, and you should throw it away.
But it just depends. Like, is this guy?
No,
cool
it doesn't
with
depend.
Like,
no, false.
There could be people
because all of a sudden you're just a turtle, and now you have to. You don't think you go to work? You don't think turtles go to work and try and live every fucking day, eating raw fish and fucking seaweed and being chased by eagles and shit? That's work.
I feel like
the turtle workforce. That's what they do. I will now forever now. Every time I see an animal, I'll be like, "Oh, it's time for them to go to work." Where's that frog going? To work.
He's off to work, man. He's got to find where his damn flies are for the day.
He's got to eat. Damn it.
That's right.
Every
animal's got to eat.
Animals got to work for their damn food. Life depressing lesson right there. Everything has to work.
Yeah, we're all looking at animals like, oh, look, they get to live out in the wilderness and in the sunshine. And it's fun. Holy shit, there's an eagle. That guy's dead.
Just trying to
if you want to be an animal, if you want to be an animal, go watch Watership Down and read the book. You're not gonna want to be an animal anymore.
You'll be pretty happy going to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
That'll solve your problems.
On that point, though, imagine being a dog and having to deal with your owner all the time, like smothering you. That would be hell if you retained your freaking animal instincts or your own human brain.
If you've ever seen like Homeward Bound, you might have like the awesomest family ever. Or you can have some just abusive.
I'd be a cat.
The Homeward Bound people, they're not awesome. They have like, they're irresponsible with their pets.
Irresponsible, yes, but still awesome. Like
but you could end up being one of those dogs that get dressed up in like sweaters and shit. Like you just look stupid in your house.
The only animal worth being with your mind is a cat, because that's pretty much what I do now. So
that's fair.
Yeah, because if someone pets you and you don't like it, you bite them and they don't think twice about it. Like you don't get put down.
You can knock over glasses full of water and not get in trouble.
Yeah, like you could do like a dog bites somebody and they put him down. A cat bites you and scratches your eyes out. Oh, it's cute. He's just being himself.
Just a fucking demon with knives. Yeah. Aw.
So I have 4 of them, so I know.
I'd be a bear. That'd be cool. What? Walk around in the forest. I don't want to be a zombie bear.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, wait. If I'm a zombie bear, do I get like cool zombie powers too?
You get
like
to
I can rot.
You could be reduced to a head and still be sentient.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be like a head pool. That'd be cool.
You can just run around as an undead bear and beat shit up.
Yeah, I like that idea. I want to be a bear. I want to be an undead bear.
And then they shoot you and you're like, ha ha, peasants.
And then somebody would make a body pillow out of me with a hole in it.
Oh.
I know what you're thinking, Lori. You're gonna do.
What did you just say?
I said you're gonna put a hole in the body pillow of Big James.
That sounds dirty.
Yes, that was the joke. Thank you.
My personality's joke was way better than that.
You just out-chatted Chad there, Lori.
What?
Chad?
Yeah, I mean, Tom's
talking about boobs, Lori. He's talking about something bad.
What?
Oh, that sounds dirty. No shit.
Yeah.
I love how Facebook decides what is a relevant comment. Just I want to see all the posts without having to select to see all the freaking posts. I'll have like 200 comments and be like, I've only answered like 10. Like, where did all these comments
That happened when Lori and I were talking. We had like 51 comments and it was showing us like 4.
Yeah.
And it just something weird is they're not talking right. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so with that whole thing of the Facebook groups, how now you can't link the groups with StreamYard, it's now affecting the personal profiles now too. It's
Brilliant.
I mean, it's a disaster no matter which way you look at it, and it's stupid.
They had a great service that worked well, and they fucked it all up.
Of course
Isn't
they do.
that
They always do
generally
that.
the way?
Yeah. Like, look at Twitter. I mean, it was always terrible, but just
Yeah, but Twitter's terrible because of people. The system of Twitter is okay, but the people are the real problem.
The armpit of society,
yeah.
or maybe
Remember,
the space between your toes, or something like that.
I remember look at Tumblr. Tumblr was great.
I've never encountered anyone bad on Twitter, but every time someone says it, I'm like, I never do. And then I realize I never, ever, ever read any comments. I'm like, I'm never in the screen.
See, it's only showing you what you subscribe to. There's a whole other side of Twitter that is just out there. So if you like go look at the trending topics and you read that, that's where the cesspool is.
I never do anything on Twitter. Hey. I don't like it I used to have a lot of interactions, and I used to post everything and because I have 5,000 followers, and they're all comic book or writers, whatever, but nobody sees what I do anymore.
Because that's just how the algorithm is. Everything's pushed down.
I'm just saying, like, I used to get views. Hello.
Yeah, I did too, and then now I don't anymore.
No, maybe you're a disaster.
Dude, really?
Listen, don't call me out like that.
I love when people so I always post sketches because I have no sense of decisions ever. As that's why everything I do is just on the I just do it, because if I have to think about it, it's not going to go well. So whenever I post a sketch or whatever, I love hearing which ones people like or which ones people don't like. And my favorite part is when they have like they actually, I've had people write like whole paragraphs of why they chose this cover. And then I'll have somebody else choose another cover for the complete opposite reason of the other one. And I'm just like, shit. It generally doesn't help me, but I do like, huh?
The bunny.
The bunny, yeah.
He disappeared. I thought the bunny got
me. Oh, yeah, the bunny got me. He did. What? Stupid bunny. I have the Monty Python bunny.
Oh,
I have the Monty Python scene where they're looking at the rabbit.
Yeah, there's going to be a killer rabbit.
My name is Tim.
Island. His name is Tim.
His name is Tim? Did you know that was improv?
No.
That's my Easter egg on the island is going to be the killer rabbit.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to Tim.
Nobody listens. No, that scene is when he said Tim. It was supposed to be a really long name, but when that scene was shot, he couldn't remember what it was. So that's why he paused and goes, Tim? And then they just ran with it.
They were like,
greetings, Tim the Enchanter.
Tim the Enchanter. But I love Monty Python. It's great.
Yeah, what's not to love? So I'm going to show these before I forget. And then...
Oh.
What?
Nothing. Just do it. Get it over with.
Oh. You're always a joy to have on. And
you're the one who... I was actually I'm back as a regular, and
this was supposed to be
back for one show does not make you a regular.
No, I told Carissa that I'm good. Like I'm back.
For the foreseeable future.
Yes.
Yeah.
For future.
But this is now Tom's show, so you have to ask him if you're allowed back. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, all right. I'll just leave. I'll just hell yeah.
No one's allowed to leave. I just don't know if you're allowed to stay. There's two different things. So Lori, you want to do okay.
The Kickstarter is still going. We got Thea just flipped it 5 days. We just crossed 100 backers today, so boop boop.
Awesome. Way to go.
Card. On Saturday, we unlocked the Matt Chambers, such a cool guy who was here. His 4x6 octopus print, Scully octopus print, which is super cool and definitely our vibe, even though we're not in the ocean. It was just something cool that he's done, and I like to support the artists that are part of. It's down in the stretch goals. You got it. You could also just click on stretch goals.
Fuck
cool. If you just do what you want.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Here's the poker card. So yeah, I mean, it's not as exciting as the Big James King.
Where the hell is the print? There it is.
You have to keep going.
That's right there. No?
Yeah, that's it.
I can't see. Yeah, there it is.
We're gonna do a nice 4x6 of that. Everybody who gets a physical copy will get one of those. And then the second poker card is the 10 of spades. So we are building that poker deck as we go. But yeah.
I did not see him last time. What the fuck?
Who?
Big James.
Oh yeah, he's right in the middle.
Yeah,
he's like
that's why I missed it. I'm looking at everything else.
That's what I love about this cover though, is like you kind of have to look around at all the stuff that Gilbert puts on the page, and he's bringing that to the interiors as well. And so you really have to look around at all the things. He's so detail oriented about things where he's like, hey, well, I have this and I have that going on, and it's like we have to talk about all the moving parts in this one particular scene, because you have Jude doing stuff, you have an antagonist doing stuff, and then you have something that's going on outside, and then you have something that's playing on the TV all at the same time. And so every panel that progresses, we have to pay attention to all of those things. So it's complicated. Sorry, Gilbert. Welcome to
this. This is my cover.
The Victor Medina cover is so hot right now.
Yeah.
That's an amazing Big James. I love when people do Big James and they just they bring something new, because there's so many different Big Jameses out there at this point, where he's kind of like, it's just the world of Big James. We just live in it. We got hot sauce, which seemed to confuse some people. I was on that Action Line studio show. Was it last week Friday? And they liked my video up until I got to the hot sauce, and then they stopped playing it because they were like, we don't know why there's hot sauce on this campaign. And I was like, because people asked for it. That's why. So
who cares why? What's the difference?
It confused him in the video, but that's fine. Not everybody's going to watch the video to the end anyway. So they got that far, and that's all the information they needed pretty much. And so they came out and supported, which was great. But I added this. We have the Charter Comic Bundle. So every time we unlock another stretch goal, like we unlocked the PDF bundle and then we unlocked the 4x6 print.
Don't use this file.
Huh?
FYI. I got another one for you.
Okay.
I relettered it. So.
Right. Okay. And I have another one that I wanted to add to the Horror Friends bundle too. I got Immortal Era from Ed, so I'm going to add that onto that first one too. So again, we have riddles, we have short films. You can participate in those. You can just read the story if you want. We have the Slice and Dice, which hopefully will be the next one we unlock. And since we end right after the 4th of July, I'm hoping to get that scheduled pretty quickly so we can stick a bunch of sparklers in something and then smash the heck out of it, because that would be fun. It's sparkly. I think there's still one Funko Pop left. I don't know if that one will go, but there is only one left.
Here I am. Oh, this is a lot easier.
I have this whole section called Friends with Campaigns, which is cool. There's Carissa. There's Chad.
There's
we got John on there.
John. You got to hurry up with John's though. He's got less than 40 hours, I think. And then
48 hours. Yep.
He's running out. There's another one.
That's
Ben
great.
Lacey's is almost done too. There's Alma by John Holland.
Alma looks cool.
Yeah. This Samson, I think, is like, again, I think there's like 40 hours left. Here's the Normals, Z Normals. That one's coming. You can sign up for pre-launch. We got the Oswald Chronicles. What's the one I was trying to add one to the bottom and I didn't finish. I think I needed a picture. So I just continually add to that thing as Kickstarters launch, or, when I have time. Because I don't have time. Who has time? Do you have time?
I have all the time in the world. I'm not you.
Okay, please throw it on my campaign. That would be great.
I'm literally working one day this week. I haven't worked for the last 5 days and I still didn't do shit. So
I spent 2 hours today brushing hair and I wanted to shoot myself.
Today I worked? No, I didn't do shit today. Yesterday I actually worked and I bagged and boarded 300 comics, but other than that, I didn't do anything. I'm supposed to clean this whole room because I bought clay because I want to make a cute little Anubis.
You're supposed to do that on Sunday.
I was, and I did not. But I want to do Chatty, Anubis, and Croc and polymer clay. Their eyes came in, which is like the fake pearl glass eye. So I usually use black eye, so I'm gonna see how it's gonna look, and I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know.
Fun, crafty things, hurrah!
Well, yeah, they do, but I make them, and then I don't want to get rid of them because I made it. I posted my I have the little, the little clay. I know you're not going to see it because it's too small, but I have the little clay animals, and I posted it, and everyone's like, "Oh, those for sale." And I was like, "No, no, they're not." So, I'll do my best. Anyway, so, Chad, are you awake?
No, but yes, I am awake.
Okay, so go ahead.
I'm trying to find the hard copy of Path of the Pale Rider trade paperback, or the trade, but I can't find it.
Oh,
it's somewhere in this giant. But this entire wall back here is nothing but stacked comics. So it's everything is just all in a disarray right now.
I have a pile on my floor too right now.
Yeah. So that's why I've not been able to sink my teeth into it because I cannot find it.
I'm just teasing you.
I know.
I'm always like, did you do anything? When people are like, no, and I'm like, no, you're fired.
Yep, exactly. We can all leave now. I'm going home.
Right. I'm taking my football and I'm going home. By the way, Chad is our guest tomorrow on the Tuesday Morning Brew.
Yeah.
So we get a whole 2-hour block where Chad and I get to do some shenanigans and talk about nerd stuff and comics.
Yeah, and probably be problems, and we'll get banned, and it'll be great.
Please don't ban me.
Listen.
Doing my show.
Do you like to get weird? Because things are going to get weird.
It's okay. But the weirder, the better. We like weird. We don't like offensive or positive.
No, never. Absolutely not. Never. But
weird
this is... Yes, weird we will always do. Offensive, no. We're all against that here. But this is Set the Hook. This is my third series, but that is done by me, obviously. Through Catalyst Comics. It's about Otis Yassi Bayert, who is a man who's very angry at a fish. Fish killed his father, and now he is on the hunt to destroy it. It's a supernatural noir comic about how hell has came to the surface world, and it turns out, well, it's Hell's Aquarium, and now aquatic creatures are strode out throughout the land. And yeah, Otis is a detective who is essentially trying to find the fish that killed his dad. There's not much more to it, but it is a fun time. Even Tom likes it, and he doesn't like anything.
Yeah, I noticed you still didn't change your setup to say Hell's Aquarium.
Listen, it's a good idea. After this campaign,
No, change it on your campaign.
Yeah, you can do it right now.
Fine, I will do it right now.
Literally, as we're talking about it.
We don't peer pressure on this site.
We did the fine and take a drink, folks. I just want to point that out.
Fine.
There we go.
Not only this can is empty, so it doesn't even matter. I'll do it anyway. But yeah, so Tim Spavero is the artist on it. He's doing an awesome job. He has a very vibrant but muted coloring style, which I really like. And it's an all around. It's a good time. We have C. Michael Lanning is the main cover, which is a homage to, I think it's Moby Dick. This is the homages too. Jason Doobie, who is the other cover, and then Vic Medina,
so hot right now.
Which is so hot right now. And then Daphne Leach.
Huh?
You're both welcome. I let you borrow him. So
how rude. We did.
Yeah, how dare you?
I don't know how you guys didn't know he existed, but it's fine.
I knew he existed.
Lorian.
Oh, I did. I just never hired him.
I wasn't aware of Victor until Carissa did a cover, and then I was like, I would also like said art on my cover.
He has to sound so proper. Anyway, okay.
Then I have Daphne Leach's cover, which is probably the best cover in the world. When she told me that I'm going to do a Viva Las Vegas cover, I said, I refuse for you to elaborate further. Just do it. Because I don't want to know. And then this is Tim's Calm Before the Storm cover. And fun thing, yesterday I dropped a new tier. With is actually Ray can explain it more.
You want me to explain it? Sure.
Yeah, you're way better at explaining it. Okay, it's in the tier thing. I haven't put it updated in here, but
so for anybody that's a comic creator that enjoys tabletop RPGs, what Chad's decided to do is basically, if you buy into that tier, we'll arrange for a time after the campaign is done to play a one-shot, a D&D game with a professional dungeon master. He's a voice actor. Michael Townsend is his name. He's been a voice actor for like Disney and William Shatner and a bunch of other cool things. And basically, you take your character that you've created in your comic book and act it out in D&D. We did it once with my campaign. Chad participated. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I was surprised I was anticipating a good time, but it exceeded my expectations with the collaboration. I think the main reason it flowed so well is because it was a lot of like minds in a cooperative format.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of like playing like an escape room, but in your mind. That's the best way to put it.
It was. I also like the fact that Mike just kind of let us do our own thing at times.
Yep.
He's like, I'm gonna climb up the chimney. You're gonna what? Yeah, I'm gonna climb up the chimney. I'm getting to that second floor.
Yeah.
Like, whether you like it or not. Y'all can be down there for the next 45 minutes. I'm going up there. I'm moving forward.
Yeah, and then the next 20 minutes after that were you having a conversation with like a 14-year-old girl ghost, which was really creepy. It was wild all over the place. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. Well, I played Otis, and he should not be talking to anybody about anybody's problems ever.
The alcoholic giving the ghost girl life advice about her father.
Yeah, like, well, you shouldn't listen to your father. Your father sucks. Most parents do suck. It was a lot, because Lori, that's what I was talking to you about the other. Like, this is what I was asking.
Yeah.
So, but if anybody wants to participate into it, I wholeheartedly recommend it. I thought it was a good time, and I know the little thing says, "Oh, you get a free copy of Madcaps." I was lazy, so I just stole a raise.
The graphic from my campaign.
Like, what? I do a thing.
And we had a conversation about that after, because we were joking we should make a bunch of false promises on that. I forget half of them, but it was like resurrect. We're going to reanimate the body of Stan Lee. He's going to be a dungeon master. And a bunch of stuff.
That's a stretch goal.
Jim Lee is going to do our token character, our drawing.
Yeah. On standby, Stan Lee can't make it as J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. Like so.
Elon Musk and SpaceX are all going to fly us to the same area to play instead of virtually.
That's amazing.
Bunch of random false promises.
Yeah, that's going to be the rest of the campaign. Also, you can... There's also an 8-page preview that's out currently too. Anyway,
I have that problem. A lot of times when I'm scrolling and I see like the
big booby
covers,
ladies,
I'm just like boobs, and then I keep scrolling.
Yep.
Like I don't post it, I just say I say it out loud, and then I scroll. I'm just like buttocks, and then I scroll.
So
most time I'm looking at Tom stuff, I'm like boobs, scroll.
So this is the prequel that mine's live too, yay. But this is the prequel that I've had the PDF for the last year and a half, and I kept getting asked to print it. So I printed it, not thinking that anyone, I thought like 3 people, but well, there's 3 left. So if anyone wants it, I think there's 1 in the tier with and there's 2 or 3 in the add-ons. So if anyone wants it, to get it, it'll probably be printed again, but it'll be a while, and it'll probably be more money because I made it a little cheaper this time. So, but then anyway, that one's almost sold out, and this one has got like 3 left because I always just buy like 25, and then that usually kind of evens out, but this one sold really well. And I did not realize that the 3 covers together sold out. I wasn't paying attention. So now there's like 1 left if anyone wants to go get that. But yeah, so I did not plan this that well. But anyway, and this is the main cover. I never count these, so I think for issue 8, it was exactly the number I had printed. So
Ooh, nice.
it like literally like yeah, like just I didn't even have one for me. It was literally the exact number.
You didn't get one for you, Lame.
Well, I had to reprint it,
Right.
but yeah, for that one. This one, there's a couple left. And I had forgotten to put this one in the add-on. So now there's like 3 left. But I completely forgot. I always forget something. I mean, when you have 40 tiers, it's generally going to and then this is the interior pages, and you can go check out the video. And I have 6 days left as of 8 minutes ago. So, and just go to Worthy Chaos. Just search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter, and then that's where it is. So awesome. So I know Tom doesn't want to say anything. He's Big Dog Inc. He's the best in here, and just when do you have another one you're launching?
Big Dog Inc.
When is it launching, Lori?
Yeah, Lori.
I don't know when the launch date is. It's the end of the month.
13th.
The 13th?
Not even close. You were like the opposite of what you thought it was.
She should know because she's in it.
I didn't know the launch date. I knew it was July, but I was like, what day is it exactly? Ooh.
July 13th, we'll launch the BD14 anthology, and Lori's got a story in there.
Cool.
First time writing for us. So
yeah.
I'm launching August 5th.
He's still alive. And I'm launching August 5th.
Yeah. I'm not even ending yet. I'm launching August 5th for issue 12, the double issue. But the big one is, what is this? September 16th is the hardcover, the next hardcover, and 13 together. So, yeah. And Ray, you said you're going to pre-launch soon?
I don't have pre-launch ready yet, but that'll be
soon.
Right.
I said soon.
Soon. My apologies. I just have some. I got some. I did the Canadian thing. It is Canada Day, by the way, which is the Canadian equivalent of the 4th of July. I got some of my cover art came in. I don't know if you can see it that well.
Oh wait. I know how to do this. How do I do this? Ta-da! I did it. Woo!
That is yes, that's original. That's Harvey Salteras, who did volume 2 of Ghost Rider in the 90s.
Wow.
One of my characters and one of the variant covers. And what else do I have here? Sean Langley's pinup. This one's covered. I don't have it framed yet. It came in.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Shut up. He's like, it's okay.
This one I don't have framed properly yet. It's the picture's a little small. You can see the backing, but that's the main cover of my issue 1, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There we go. That's Jimbo Salgado. That's all. I was going to use it for talking points, but we're past that, of course. We're in advertising mode.
I figured out how to embiggenate you. So
Embiggen.
Yeah, I'm Embiggen. What's that from? That's a thing. What's that from?
It's The Simpsons.
Simpsons. Yes, the Rebigulator. That one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a Halloween special. I love Treehouse of Horrors.
Before she punches you with a giant fist.
What's that?
Yeah, I must have been watching the wrong thing.
What were you watching, Lori?
No, I don't know.
No.
It definitely wasn't that though.
I don't know.
Okay then.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Chad, do you want to say anything?
I'm alive, so you get. So I'm on.
Hook.
What?
Back set the hook.
Oh yeah, back set the hook. I have 10 days left. It's a great read. There's actually, and I should have brought the link with me, but you can actually. There's a 10-page preview or an 8-page preview that you can read.
Here, I can add to that. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, cool.
A review.
Yeah, so and Ray has a review.
I'll put it in the private chat here, Carissa.
But you can also find me on Twitter, which is at Casual Nerd Chad. I'm starting a Substack, so I'll have that out hopefully by the end of the month. And yeah, you can also add me on Facebook, and I'll be your best friend, and I'll post weird shit for you. And you can also catch me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Morning Brew with Lori. We will be drinking coffee, talking about comics, and probably getting into a bunch of trouble.
Probably.
Be great.
Chicken nugget related trouble for sure.
Probably, yeah. It's gonna get weird. There's gonna be so many sauces.
Yeah.
So many. And feet. So many sauces and feet.
Awesome.
Weird stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Lori's feet. Maybe we'll see my feet. We don't know.
Only fan.
You could make a secret society. You could call yourselves the Foot Clan.
We can wear purple.
He's already taken.
We can wear purple costumes too.
Awesome.
Great. We can be ninjas. Be better. Yeah.
I'm already a ninja.
Oh.
Ninja. Awesome. Okay, so we'll be back next Monday at 8 Eastern because Ray asks me every week. It is 8 p.m. Eastern.
The time zone's always messing me up, and I should just double check on the events, and I don't. And I'm not going to be Canadian and apologize this time. I'm just going to say, yeah, I'll ask you again next week.
Ray,
I
just
will say that in your defense, it wasn't in advance because I either do it this time 5 minutes before the show ends, but usually I do it right when the show ends and make it, or I don't do it until 5 minutes before the show starts. So there's no in between. I either do it super early or super late. So I don't even think
that's like a great horror story, Ray. The unapologetic Canadian.
How would that? I mean, like you just watch a Canadian like bump into somebody, and he'd just keep walking, and the other Canadians would be like, "No, keep your dust off with me knuckles, eh?" Just do one of those.
They're apologizing for him. He's sorry.
Goes to therapy and is like, "I'm sorry, but he just didn't say I'm sorry, eh?" Oh no, I'm so sorry. Man,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for saying sorry.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to go on my Facebook and vote on the cover, the next cover, it's actually going to be for 13. And my favorite is when they post definitely A, and then the next one's definitely C. So
it's definitely C, Carissa. The answer is.
I know. C. Tom already voted C. So I'm sorry.
I didn't vote yet because I've been brushing hair for all day.
Yeah, I concur. C is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll put my comment in right now. C.
So far, it looks like B or C are winning. So
I'm gonna vote. What are we voting for?
The cover for 13.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you a SpongeBob picture, and you can use that. That'll be my vote.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
No.
I mean, so
you're gonna fail miserably.
Listen, she can't stop me from submitting it.
It's true.
Just something random, like a picture of like a dandelion and a blender and like something like that. There, use that. There you go.
This is my entry. This is what I feel. This is abstract art right here. Okay,
I'm scared.
There's more
don't
depth.
Send me SpongeBob's feet or anything. I don't need.
I wasn't going to, but now I will.
It's your feet now. Okay, so we'll, unless anyone finds Big Shark by next Monday, we'll be back. And don't stop looking for Big Shark because, that's all Tom has to live for. So Big Shark, find it. We have to watch it. Someone's going to find it eventually. Bootleg, I don't care. Pirate Bay, I don't know, whatever. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ending stream.
It looks like a real movie.
Don't cross the streams. Yes, I know. I think it looked great.